up your free account today. That's Zoom.us. Zoom Video Conferencing.
The church and community calendar on WCLU for Monday, May 14th. Caverna High School Site-Based Decision-Making Council will meet today in the high school library at 3:30. The Barron County High School SBDM Council meeting will be today at 3:45 in the Trojan Academy Media Center. Barron County Middle School SBDM Council will meet tomorrow at 3:30 at the school. Highland Elementary SBDM Council will meet on Thursday at 4:30 at the school. A Veterans Resource Fair will be on Thursday from 10 until 2 at the National Guard Armory in Glasgow. All veterans, active duty, retired military, National Guard, reservist, and connected military families are invited to attend to connect with community agencies, groups, and organizations that provide assistance to military and veterans. This event is free and open to the public and is hosted by the Educational Opportunity Centers. For more information, call 745-4441 or 861-6950. The Horse Cave Church of Christ invites you to their spring gospel meeting May 17th through the 20th. Michael E. Brooks, missionary to Nepal and Bangladesh, Highland Park Church of Christ in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. He will be this guest speaker. Services will begin at 7 o'clock Thursday through Saturday, and Sunday will be at 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning, and 2:30 in the afternoon. The church meets at 120 Cave Street. For more information, you can find them on Facebook. Brother Jason Arterburn will preach at the Hanging Fork Missionary Baptist Church on Sunday, May 20th at 6 o'clock. Brother Daryl Costello is the pastor. Do you have a church community event coming up? We would like to know at 270-651-9149 or 1-800-956-1023. Log on to the website, WCLUradio.com. With today's church and community calendar, I'm Jason Thomas on WCLU, your home for local.
Mommy's at TJ Sampson Community Hospital. I've been there lots of times. Like when I broke my arm, Grandpa had his knee fixed there. They made Grandma's heart all better. And my whole family goes there when there's a medical need. They even helped my dad stop snoring. TJ's close, so you can get there quickly. Which is good, because today, I'm in a hurry to meet my little brother for the first time.
TJ Sampson Community Hospital. Your community, your hospital.
Here for your whole life.
You may already know about the EPB's Roundup program, where you can round your electric bill up to the nearest dollar, and that money goes to community relief to help those who are less fortunate pay their electric bill. You can now increase the charitable amount you add to your EPB bill to any amount you choose, $1, $2, $5, $10, or even more. Say your electric bill is $94.14 and you want to round it up by $5. Your bill would actually be $100. To make your change to your EPB bill, contact the Glasgow EPB.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
65 degrees, 9 minutes after 6 o'clock here at WCLU. Waking up with a pretty Monday morning underway. Some rain in the forecast. Ray Stajic says, let's just put it in perspective here.
Watching high pressure dominate stationary front to our north, low pressure in the Gulf of Mexico to our south. That high-pressure system is kind of the in-between, and we're getting some tweener weather, as I like to call it. Near record warmth once again after a nice warm to hot weekend. 90 degrees today. Few clouds around this morning, and temperatures will be modifying with a good shot of sunshine today. Believe it or not, that sun angle, that sunshine as strong as it will be in July. Tonight, clear 65. Now, the change starts coming in tomorrow. First record high close to 90 degrees, or some of us near record warmth. And then some scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon and the evening hours. Those scattered storms then start continuing to be with us through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as low pressure in the Gulf, the one I previously mentioned, works north. So I think a pretty good soaking for many areas here, especially to our south. I'm Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Sweltering hot weekend, maybe some more record-breaking temperatures this week, but look at the current conditions. Barometers at 30.04. The winds are calm. I mean, really calm. 0 on the anemometer this morning. 94% humidity. No precip in the past 24 hours. And a very pleasant 65 degrees degrees this morning from WCLU. Live to the newsroom, round one of local news, and here is News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Yesterday afternoon, just before 3, the call went out to respond to a fire at the Glasgow landfill. Glasgow Fire Department, along with Haywood, South Barron, and East Barron departments, arrived at the scene to find heavy black smoke and flames. Captain Kylie Jackson said around 2 acres were on fire. As of 5 p.m., the landfill employees were using dozers to maintain a perimeter, and the fire was contained. Around 25 firefighters and other first responders were at the scene. No injuries were reported. Captain Jackson said that as of yesterday afternoon, the fire did not seem to be suspicious in nature. Also assisting the fire department was Barron Medcalf EMS and Glasgow Police. The Glasgow City Council will meet tonight in regular session at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers in downtown Glasgow. Included on tonight's agenda, the council is expected to approve a GEDL loan for a line as well as zoning changes on Lauderdale Drive and West Main Street. The council is also expected to approve employment contracts for the new Glasgow firefighters, as well as declaring certain fire department property as surplus. You can catch the live stream of tonight's meeting online at WCLUradio.com, as well as WCLU Radio's Facebook page. Again, the meeting is at 7 o'clock and is open to the public. And as you head out to work this week, keep in mind there are several local road projects that could impact travel. In Allen County, painting will continue on Kentucky 98 Bridge over Barron River Lake at mile marker 9.1 near the 921 intersection. Traffic will be down to 1 lane on the bridge, with traffic control being done by a temporary signal. Travel lanes will be down to 12 feet. The project is expected to take about a month to complete. In Barron County, work continues on US 31. The project's 10.5 miles in length, stretches from Lexington Drive north to the Hart County line. Flaggers will be present to maintain traffic throughout the work zone during daytime hours. Work also continues on a connector at Cavalry Drive and the intersection of US 31E and Trojan Trail. In Metcalfe County, contractors are expected to continue work on a shoulder improvement project on US 68. The project, 7.5 miles long, begins at Kentucky 1243 and extends east to 70. Green Valley Road, contractors are expected to work on a resurfacing project on Green Valley Road. The work will extend north 3.3 miles to Settle Garrett Creek Road. Contractors are expected to do resurfacing work on Randolph Goodluck Road. The project's 3.5 miles long and extends from Morris Road to 640. And in Monroe County, construction of the Tompkinsville Bypass will continue. Right now it's 6:13 a.m. on this Monday morning, 65 degrees.
And you know, here's the deal. Barron County is sitting here with resources above and beyond other counties. And so perhaps we're not asking the right questions. Perhaps we're not saying the right things. Now, again, I'm just simply stating that if we have some shortages somewhere, it's not a shortage of resources. It's not a shortage of resilient people. So what are we doing? What are we missing? And things should be going very, very, very well for everybody in Barron County.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Making your funeral arrangements in advance is one last wonderful gift you can give the loved ones who will be left behind. By freeing them from the burden of many details, you give them time to do the work of grieving and caring for one another.
This is Follis Crow. Let us help you with the reflection and remembrance. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home in Glasgow. We're here for you.
In more local news, in mid-April of this year, 44-year-old Matt Gumm of Glasgow was scheduled in Barron District Court for his first appearance on a charge of sexual abuse, third degree. Gumm's attorney, Ken Garrett, appeared on his behalf. Gumm had been accused of inappropriately touching a 16-year-old girl in March. The incident, described by the girl, happened 2 times and was attempted a third, was against her wishes. Gumm says was an accident. All of this came to light during a GAP, or Glasgow Athletics Program meeting, that happened this past week, where Gumm did step away from the group and as commissioner, board member, and coach until charges were resolved. Some of those on the board felt they should have been made aware of the allegations sooner, after finding out that board chair John Walbert had known for over a month. WCLU News has not released the names of the victim or the victim's family. WCLU News did speak with Gumm's attorney, Ken Garrett. All right, so Ken Garrett, the Daily Times broke a story today involving a Glasgow resident, Matt Gumm, and you are Matt Gumm's attorney in the case that, and again, has been put in the Daily Times. Now, is there any of the details that were mentioned in that article that you want to directly address?
Well, I don't think I would directly address the details that were mentioned. I think I would address the fact that so many details were missing from that story. I think it's reported only the most salacious parts of the citation and or the victim's statement. What they did not report are those things which would show that this did not happen as it was played out in the media.
What do you think was, do you think that it was just one side of the story? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's one side of the story, but I think they left out more important parts from which a reader could draw an informed conclusion. And because they didn't include other details of the situation, it leaves a reader to believe only one thing.
Has Mr. Gumm talked to the state police? Would any of these additional details be maybe in a statement he's made?
I can tell you that Mr. Gumm did voluntarily give a statement to the state police. He was not coerced to do so, and told his side of the story.
Are those documents public?
No.
Okay.
I don't think they are at this time. They may become public, but they're not at this time.
A lot of times, especially in the days of the Me Too movement, stories like this have definitely gotten a lot of headlines. So why, did Mr. Gumm know the family? Did he have a relationship with them? Was it something that maybe they could have, got ahead of from the beginning and maybe prevented all this?
He did know the family. He was friends with the mother of the person, and he was also friends with that person. But the way it's being played out in the courtroom, public opinion is something totally different than what actually the situation would reveal.
Are the charges, is it sexual abuse?
The charge is sexual abuse in the third degree. It is a Class B misdemeanor. It is the smallest crime under Kentucky law.
So what are the next steps?
There will be a pretrial conference in June, and at this point we're waiting for the Commonwealth evidence on this case, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Do you think there's any way you guys will come to a resolution before this goes to trial?
There's always a possibility that a case will resolve, but looking at the allegations and look at the way that this case has been hyper-aggressively prosecuted in the media, I do not think that it will resolve without the necessity of a trial.
What impact do you think that could have on both families taking something like this to trial? Well, and the community as well.
Well, certainly that's why we have the judicial system, is to present both sides of a circumstance and allow members of the community to decide what the facts are. In everyday interactions with people, we always have disputes, and sometimes we're able to resolve them, sometimes not. And this is probably going to be one of those situations where we will not be able to resolve the differences of opinion and fact as to what occurred. And I think probably a trial will be a necessity, and Mr. Gumm looks forward to being able to present his side of the story and be vindicated after he's revealed his side of the story.
For that full interview, you can go online to WCLUradio.com. And tonight, the northbound Cloverleaf ramp at exit 91, West Kentucky Parkway to I-65 North and I-65 North to West Parkway West will be closed at 8 p.m. Eastern for milling and paving operations. The ramps will reopen at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow night, those same ramps will be closed again for shoulder, guardrail, and curb reconstruction. However, Scotty's Contracting will close them at 8 p.m. and open them back up at 7. Traffic traveling east on the Western Kentucky Parkway wishing to access I-65 North will have to use I-65 southbound at the Western Kentucky Parkway interchange, then loop around at exit 86 Glendale, then back north on 65. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs at 6:21 a.m., 65 degrees.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a floor you need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. Emergency officials responded to a massive semi-truck fire in Rockcastle County. It happened just before 5 Sunday evening at the intersection of Highway 150 and Highway 70. One person was trapped inside the semi. Sam Hamilton witnessed the explosion.
They were yelling and screaming to get something to pry the guy out because the trailer was on fire already. I mean, the diesel was just blazing.
Hamilton tells WYMT that he and several Good Samaritans helped the driver out of the truck. Officials say US 150 will need repairs. They will take an estimated 8 to 10 hours to complete. Students at a Lexington high school will now have to walk through metal detectors. Starting today, walk-through metal detectors will be in place at Frederick Douglass High School. The district plans to phase in the equipment between today and the end of the school year. A Hardin County man is expected to be in court this morning for allegedly sexually abusing a child. 19-year-old Damon Diaz is charged with sodomy and sexual abuse. In both charges, the alleged victim was under 12 years old. And the search continues for Fort Campbell's soldier. Authorities at Fort Campbell say the soldier went missing after tubing with friends along the Tennessee River Friday. Lyon County Judge Executive Wade White tells WHOP Radio that several crews are helping in the search.
Lyon County Search and Rescue, Marshall County, and McCracken County have been out here with Fish and Wildlife and also Coast Guard keeping a perimeter.
Officials say the soldier is in his late teens. And is food better in the Bluegrass State? Kentucky tourism officials are inviting visitors to decide for themselves. The Kentucky State Parks Culinary Trail features 9 parks offering different signature meals that represent their region. Parks will serve the meals from May 14th through October 3rd. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is Gilead.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive, see the Carfax Vehicle History Report, calculate payments, apply for financing, get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book, and check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
Lost a loved one, or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit SouthCentralKYMonuments.com.
Local news time from WCLU is 6:25, and we have 65 degrees at our studios. In area funeral announcements this hour, Stanley Keith Abner, age 55, of Glasgow, died Sunday in Louisville. At this hour, arrangements for Stanley Keith Abner are incomplete, but will be announced later by the McMurtry Funeral Home. Jimmy Wayne Houchins, age 68, of Glasgow, died Friday at Jewish Hospital in Louisville. Born in Barron County, the son of the late Jim Tom and Mildred Hunt Houchins. Mr. Houchins was retired from South Central Rural Telephone Cooperative and a farmer. Jimmy loved spending time with his family, and he was an avid Glasgow Scotty fan, attending every sporting event he could. Survivors include his wife, Sheila Maxie Houchins of Glasgow, two daughters, Melissa Hale and husband Keith, and Ashley Heiser and husband Buck, both of Glasgow. Two granddaughters, Kaylin and Chloe Hale, and a sister and several aunts, uncles, nieces, and nephews. Funeral services for Jimmy Wayne Houchins will be at 2 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Happy Valley Memorial Gardens. Visitation will be from 1 until 8 today and continue Tuesday until time for services. Linda P. Miller, age 76, of Glasgow, died Saturday at her residence, a daughter of the late John and Beulah Huff Glass. She is survived by her husband of 58 years, Estes J. Miller, one son, Tommy G. Miller, two daughters, Teresa Lynn Driver and Pamela Sue Tooley, six grandchildren, Josh Lovell, Felissa Mills, Crystal Miller, Cody Miller, Linda Miller, and Randy Miller, six great-grandchildren, and special friend Sally Margaret Williams. Besides her parents, she was preceded in death by a son, James Darrell Miller, 16 brothers and sisters. Services for Linda P. Miller will be at 1 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burial to be in the White Cemetery. Visitation after 5 p.m. Tuesday at the funeral home. Joseph Arden Riling, age 82, of Glasgow, died peacefully at his home on Saturday, son of the late John William and Ivy Irene McCullough Riling. He is survived by his wife, Shirley Jean Harrison Riling, two daughters, Roxanne Riling and Robin Duarte, three grandchildren, Jason Bell, Greg McCauley, and Leslie Thomas, and five great-grandchildren. The family has chosen cremation with no services scheduled for Joseph Arden Riling at this time. Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home is assisting the family with those arrangements. Keith Yates Wallace, age 92, of Glasgow, died Friday at Skyline Medical Center in Nashville. He was a retired truck driver for Smith Transfer. Survivors include his wife, Betty Horton Wallace, three children, two stepchildren, and three grandchildren, and three step-grandchildren, three brothers, a sister, and several great-grandchildren, nieces and nephews. Service for Keith Yates Wallace will be Tuesday at 2 p.m. at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burial to follow in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. In lieu of flowers, the family requests donations be given either to the First Church of the Nazarene or to the Keith Wallace Bowling Scholarship Fund. Envelopes available at the funeral home. Sheila Joyce Carver Williams, age 58, of Scottsville, died Saturday at the Medical Center at Bowling Green. She was born in Bowling Green, daughter of the late William Lester and Willie Jeanette Thompson Carver. She was a homemaker, and she worked at Kentucky Apparel and Smuckers, and was a member of the Fountain Run Old Brick Missionary Baptist Church. Survivors included sons McCain Sharver and wife Amanda of Lafayette, Joshua Williams and wife Candy of Montgomery, Alabama, companion George Opal Jr. of Scottsville, brothers Ray, Steve, Robert, and James Carver, sisters Glenda Copus, Sharon Dyer, and Shirley Simmons. Five grandchildren and many nieces and nephews also survive. Graveside services for Sheila Joyce Carver Williams will be held this morning at 10 o'clock at the Fountain Run Cemetery, with interment to follow. Family request donations be made to the cemetery. The Fountain Run Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Funeral services for Freeman Duval, age 86, of Smiths Grove, will be this afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel. Burial will follow in the Jock Church Cemetery with military honors. Visitation today from 10 a.m. until time for service. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
When planning the proper memorial for a loved one this year, you want it to be fitting and affordable. Jeff's Country Floors and Gifts provide both. Again this year, the staff at Jeff's is creating beautiful saddles just in time for Memorial Day, starting at just $13.99 each. Jeff's takes pride that they have the area's largest selection of custom design memorial flowers, $13.99 each and up. This is a great time for you to come to Jeff's showroom and pick out the design that would best fit your loved one's legacy. We are located on Scottsville Road at Haywood. You want it to be a meaningful memorial, and they always have that in mind at Jeff's Country Floors and Gifts. Call them at 651-3575.
Did you know term
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local healthcare provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
WCLU and 66 degrees. Let's turn to local sports. High school softball today. Glasgow welcomes Bowling Green to American Legion Park for a 5:30 start. Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune on the air live at 5:25 on 1490 WCLU and online at playwclu.com. Other softball games this afternoon. Barron County travels to Franklin Simpson. Caverna hosts Fort Knox. Hart County entertains Central Hardin. Edmondson County is at home against Metcalfe County. Monroe County goes to Warren Central, and Allen County Scottsville visits Ohio County. In baseball today, Glasgow welcomes Campbellsville. Barron County hosts Russellville. Caverna plays at LaRue County. Hart County entertains Monroe County. Edmondson County is at home against Warren Central. Metcalfe County visits Greene County, and Allen County Scottsville travels to Warren East. The Barron County Family YMCA and Water Dog Scuba and Safety are joining forces to give an amazing opportunity to our community. This is an all-inclusive PADI full open water course. Scuba diving classes for $499. It's going to be this coming Saturday, and then Saturday, May the 26th as well. Contact the Barron County Family YMCA for more information about that. That's a check of local sports.
When Fire Pit Spirits...
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Hi, I'm Helena Chase Birdwell. I was raised right here in Barron County, and generations of my roots grow deep here. I have spent my career serving people in local, state, and federal government offices, and I want to continue that by serving you, the people of Barron County, as your next Barron County clerk. If elected, I will bring fresh ideas to the office while continuing the excellent work the office already does. On May 22nd, I need your support. Vote Helena Chase Birdwell for Barron County Clerk.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good, he'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
And you know, here's the deal. Barron County is sitting here with resources above and beyond other counties. And so perhaps we're not asking the right questions. Perhaps we're not saying the right things. Now, again, I'm just simply stating that if we have some shortages somewhere, it's not a shortage of resources. It's not a shortage of resilient people. So what are we doing? What are we missing? And things should be going very, very, very well for everybody in Barron County.
Will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry.
Today, clear 65. Now, the change starts coming in tomorrow. First record high close to 90 degrees, or some of us near record warmth. And then some scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon and the evening hours. Those scattered storms then start continuing to be with us through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as low pressure in the Gulf, the one I previously mentioned, works north. So I think a pretty good soaking for many areas here, especially to our south. I'm Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you. I like that term, the tweener weather. Don't know what to expect from that. However, let me tell you, the barometer's dropped to 30.04. Not a breeze astir at all. The winds are calm. No precip in the past 24 hours. 94% humidity. That's for this time of the day. I guess guarantees a steamy, sultry day as we get a little bit warmer. 66 now at WCLU. Let's go ahead and get our birthday honorees honored, okay?
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lining up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Indeed, it's a great place to have lots of fun getting together at Ralphie's Fun Center. Let me move forward right here and talk about our honorees. Round number one, we've got a gongaree here for sure. Let me rear back and smack the 50 gong for Keith Thomas. Happy 50th birthday to Keith Thomas today. We also have Robert Glenn Bailey celebrating. It's Tequila Staten, Dr. Amelia Kaiser. Virginia Thomas has a birthday today. Santana Elmore celebrates. Here's a fine young gentleman having a big birthday, Mr. Jackson Birdwell. Can you believe that Jackson Birdwell is 6 today? It's true. We have Michael Crane with a birthday. We have anniversaries. Listen to this. Willis Reed and Gladys Berry, Mr. and Ms. Berry, Willis Reed and Gladys, celebrate their 80th wedding anniversary today. I have no idea if 50 is gold. Wonder what 80 is. I think what it is very special. So congratulations to Willis Reed and Gladys Berry on their 80th anniversary. Benny and Chris Lyle have their 35th wedding anniversary today. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023 or online at WCLUradio.com. We're going archiving next so we can explain a few things to you about how we got here. Hang on. This growing season in southern Kentucky is going to be better than ever because this season growers have crop production services located at the corner of Bowling Green Road and Reynolds Road to partner with them. The Glasgow location of Crop Production Services is the hub for serving Barron, Metcalfe, and Monroe counties in south central Kentucky. Ricky Houchins, Sheila Steenbergen, Kevin Deckard, and Josh Timbers want you to come by and see how Crop Production Services have every angle covered, from crop protection applied with state-of-the-art John Deere sprayers for maximum yield to fertilizers and nutritionals, seed, soil sampling, and crop consulting. We even have pole spreaders on hand for pasture or hay. Look for the big green roof at the corner of Bowling Green Road and Reynolds Road. Call the store at 270-629-CROP or 629-2767 or contact Ricky Houchins at 270-670-7770 and he'll come to see you. Crop Production Services, we're your next farm input provider. The Glasgow Garden Club wishes to thank those who sponsored hanging baskets in the downtown area this year. DT and Monica Froge, Farmers Rural Electric, Jerry and Davy Greer, the Arts Guild of the Barons, the Glasgow Electric Plant Board, Whiteside Dental, Judges Alexander, Pendleton, Peppers, and Chrissy Cole Fields, and Allstate Insurance. Thanks for helping us to show off our beauty from the Glasgow Garden Club. All right, it's 6:41, 66 degrees at WCLU. I got another gong to hand out right here. It's a biggie for sure. It's the Big 5-0. We just learned. Where's that 50 gong? It's the Big 5-0 for Leanne England. Happy 50th birthday to Leanne England today. Here we go, all aboard the train, headed down memory lane. Lots of things to talk about today. It's always a pleasure, and I get the pleasure of, in preparation for each day, to do a little sneaking and peeking, so I can make sure I can pronounce the words and all that. And we've got a good one for you today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the archives through the special courtesy of Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services and the Tony Hogan Health Clinic, helping you feel better.
One of the realities of old man winter is things need repairing. But when spring comes, don't be in a rush to get your agricultural or industrial equipment back up and running. Call Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services today and get those repairs done before spring. And even if you have a smaller operation or you just need some odds and ends for your home repairs, Joseph A. Wade is here to meet those needs as well. Joseph A. Wade is located on Industrial Drive in Glasgow, family owned and operated since 1985, a Right Tool distributor.
You can feel the difference at Tony Hogan Health Clinic. Tony goes above and beyond when it comes to your health care. From opening early at 7:30 to giving his personal number to patients, just in case.
This is nurse practitioner Tony Hogan. If you're already a patient, I want to thank you. If you're not, give me an opportunity to show you the difference. I truly care about your health and well-being.
Call me, Mandy, at Tony Hogan Health Clinic, and let's get you set up with an appointment. 651-6707, or come by at the corner of North Race and Cherry Streets in Glasgow.
All right, shall we go down memory lane?
I just want to say, just for the record, anybody that works for Samsung that's out there listening, when a phone updates, it'd be a great idea if it would turn back on after the update.
Okay, so that's are you saying that you have a Samsung phone?
I'm just saying
and
that
it didn't come on?
I'm just saying that my phone updated last night.
Yeah?
And I panicked out at 5:51 when I just woke up.
Yeah?
And saw some light come through the window. And thought, sweet Jesus, what time is it?
Well, it was later than what you wanted it to be.
Well, I mean, I said more things than sweet Jesus.
That's right.
I said several things in a row.
You're paraphrasing, I think.
Yeah. FCC rules.
That's right. Well, you hustle up right here, and
I wasn't together like it's like a blur.
You've got your clothes on the right side out. So.
Yes, but I do have like my little house shoe things on.
Okay, all right. That's all right.
I just have to look like something from the waist up.
That's right. That's right. That's the old. That's when you knew you were a cool. When I was in college, all the cool people in television wore, nice tops and shirts and ties and gym shorts.
There you go.
Okay.
You look at it differently, doesn't it?
That's right. 100 years ago, this was the day in history, and this is things you don't think about here, okay? Listen to this. 100 years ago, merchants of Barron County were notified that it is contrary to law to sell any person more than 10 pounds of sugar at any one time.
Why?
Except expressly for canning purposes. If they do, and the food administrator finds out, their supply of sugar will be cut off. Signed, A.L. Harris, food administrator.
Moonshining, right?
Well, that's right. We were making using that sugar for whiskey.
They were so anti-entrepreneur back then.
And think about it though. These Mr. Harris here, he was a pretty smooth guy. Hey, we don't care who buys it. We're going to shut you down if you sell it.
He was such a hater.
So that was Mr. Administrator there, A.L. Harris.
Well, A.L. Harris, there were bigger problems.
Let's look at this problem right here. Well, it's not really a problem, but it created a problem for a little bit. In 1928, this was the day the Commonwealth Attorney for 12 years in this district, last Friday evening at 6 o'clock, the people were shocked with the announcement that Attorney J. Lewis Williams had dropped dead.
They put drop dead?
Drop dead is the word.
You can't just put that out there like that.
Well, I mean, maybe it's what happened.
Yeah, okay, I'll remember that.
Mr. Williams and Senator W.A. Yates and former Senator E.P. Gillenwater were standing in Mr. Gillenwater's yard discussing the prospects of the Mammoth Cave National Park when Mr. Williams' remarks were broken off when a stroke of apoplexy, and then he fell forward dead. Mr. Williams was almost 64 years old.
I mean, Henry, you can't just say, or you shouldn't. You can say it evidently, but
yeah, it was
okay. They dropped dead.
Well, they said it nicer in the second sentence there, where it said he fell forward dead.
Yeah,
that was
that's so much better.
1928. It was it was bad either way. All right, here's another. This one should scare you. This is a made-for-television movie right here in 1938.
Okay.
Scaring people.
Okay.
This day in 1938, it says here that for some time, Miss Vera Smoot of the South Fork section had been molested by someone prowling about the place at night. Well, last night, Jack Smoot, age 18 years of age, and the adopted brother of Miss Vera's, went to the door and fired on the prowler, who returned fire.
What?
Fortunately, Mr. Smoot, the bullet aimed for him, struck his watch in his overall pocket near the heart. Had the watch not been in his pocket, well, he would have received the bullet in a vital place. Officers made a search of the place but could not find any clue to the identity of the prowler. So, how could you, sleep at night knowing there was prowlers out there?
Well, it's weird they use molested.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's right.
There's actually a charge, like I think if you're spotlighting deer, it's like molestation of animals or something.
Yeah.
Deer molestation.
Well, they were just. If I was living in South Fork, I'd be scared.
I'm saying they never did find out who it was.
Not as of this writing, no. If I was Jack Smoot, I'd be thanking my lucky stars for that watch.
I'm saying.
Here you are griping about your alarm clock. What do you think he thinks about it?
Well, I mean, definitely his was better than mine. I'm just saying. His saved his life.
That's right. 1948. We have some recent marriage licenses issued by the Barron County Court Clerk that were published in the I'll tell you the publication here.
Who are those brave souls?
It was the Glasgow Times in 1948. Recent marriages: Charlie Ernest Bellamy and Frankie Inez Allen, Utri N. Hammett and Francis Everett, Jesse L. Abney and Nora Francis Morgan, Johnny Andrew McDonald and Ola Catherine Eatman, and Albert Lawrence Harper and Ruby Adrene Coomer.
Well, there you go.
Some nice couples being married here
sure.
in 1948.
Such brave souls.
1958, this was the day it was announced in the Glasgow Republican that Jay Ellis has been elected to high offices in 2 honorary organizations at Center College for the 1958-59 school year. He will serve as the president of the Phi Beta Chi Honorary Science Fraternity and secretary-treasurer of Ye Round Table, the
What
Honor
is Ye
Society.
Round Table?
That's the name of it. I don't know what. Yeah, it's probably a discussion group.
I wish Glasgow had a Ye Round
Ye
Table.
Round Table.
I would sit at it.
That was an honorary society. Ellis is a straight A student at Center.
Well, isn't he fancy?
That says a lot. President of the Beta Theta Pi fraternity, and he's the son of Mr. and actually in the article it says he is the son of Mr. and Mistress George J. Ellis Jr. of
Mistress?
Glasgow. Yeah, and the Republican here. Not Mr. and Ms., but Mr. and Mistress George J. Ellis Jr.
Where's the missus?
1958. I think that's just a fancy way, you know. I mean, if you're in two honor societies in Center College, you can be fancy.
Yeah, but if you're the mistress, that's not necessarily.
No, well, anyway.
I'm just saying.
It's the publication.
Okay, I blame them.
All right, here we go. In 1968, Mrs. V.R. Jones, also known as Miss Jones, retired from the Mary Wood Weldon Memorial Library, where she has supervised for the past 28 years. Now, I remember Miss Jones at the library, and she was, to this day, when somebody says the word librarian, that's what I see.
What about when somebody says...
Is Miss Jones a very petite lady who, you know, you would dare not drop that pencil.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, she's also the mother of Howard Malcolm Jones, well-known accountant and just a well-known fellow around here. But anyway, Miss Jones retired in 1968.
My favorite librarian is Chris Robinson, WKU Glasgow.
Yeah?
Gotta give her a shout-out.
See, you know, librarians have a lot of positive effects on a lot of people.
And I love that woman. She's awesome.
1978, this was the day that Caverna wins the SKAC Tennis Championship.
Yeah, they did.
Janie Gaines, Prissy Thompson, and Tamisha Bybee were on that team that won the SKAC Championship in 1978.
Go Colonels.
1988, one sentence here, but it had a big impact. This was the day that Arlie Thomas announced that he's retiring from the National Wood Products. He put in a great deal of time there, and Arlie retiring.
Said he's cutting out.
This day in 1998, Demetrius Shannon signed a letter of intent to play football for Cumberland College in Williamsburg, Kentucky.
Well.
So D. Shannon headed out to Williamsburg for a little higher education there. And it was a big day here in 2008. This has proven to be an excellent addition. The Barron County Cooperative Extension Office this day hosted a ribbon cutting and open house for their new auditorium. Of course, you'll remember that used to be the Jackson House restaurant site, but they purchased it and made it a good meeting place. A number of folks meet there. A number of events happen there. It was all around a good thing.
Well, yeah.
It's in the archives, and it tells you about how we got here and where we're going, except for these, you know, prowlers out at Smoots.
And Mistress is in the paper.
That's right. We have it all in the archives.
Yes.
It's the, but you know,
a plethora.
We can't fabricate anything.
No.
Sometimes we
no
can.
No matter how much we want to.
Sometimes we can overstate it, but anyway.
I can't believe they were so hard on entrepreneurs.
Yeah, they were. You know, hey, no more to take you. Hey, sir, did you sell 10 pounds of sugar?
They were
or
just
something?
making cough syrup.
Yeah, I said making coffee.
Yeah, cough syrup.
It's the archives. And I guarantee you that tomorrow will be equally as interesting here if you'll just come back and join us. I look forward to it every day, and I hope you do too. The archives brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. And, of course, the motto at Joseph A. Wade is because history is made by the hard work that stands the test of time. And also brought to you by your friends located at the Tony Hogan Health Clinic.
Hi, I'm Congressman Brett Guthrie. I would like to tell you about my dear friend and colleague, Alina Chase Birdwell. I've had the privilege to work with Alina for many years, and I've seen firsthand her diligence to serve. Alina's life and career have been dedicated to serving others, and I know she will work hard to be a public servant as the People's Clerk of Barron County. I ask you to vote for my friend Alina Chase Birdwell for Barron County Clerk on May 22nd.
This ad has been approved and paid for by Helena Chase Birdwell for Barron County Clerk.
Uh-oh, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
When the skies are gray and the weather won't cooperate, think of all the great days that lie ahead. And one company can make every day better. Time Savers. Whether you need a little help or a lot, a ride to the grocery store or to the airport, a load of laundry washed or meals prepared, a week of round-the-clock care, or months of a few hours a day, Time Savers is the only service that does it all. I'm Elizabeth Downing, and we have built Time Savers to reflect everything we want for our own families. So chase away the clouds and let Time Savers brighten your days. Call us at 270-792-5703 or go to mytimesaversky.com. That's 270-792-5703 or mytimesaversky.com.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
Some of the greatest destinations are within arm's reach, which is why South Central Bank's Green Tree Travel Club is arranging a trip to My Old Kentucky Home and My Old Kentucky Dinner Train. Save the date of May 31st. That's when the Green Tree Travel Club will have a most enjoyable journey to Bardstown, Kentucky, and a visit to this historic 200-year-old mansion that is Kentucky. Also an excursion on My Old Kentucky Dinner Train. 3 dining cars set up for exquisite fine dining as the train travels along the 29-mile track. The cost for Green Tree Travel Club members is just $116 per person, $145 per person for non-members. Call the RSVP line today to get on board, 888-651-7466. May 31st, travel to My Old Kentucky Home and My Old Kentucky Dinner Train in Bardstown, another travel treasure from the Green Tree Travel Club at South Central Bank, member FDIC.
Your record warmth once again after a nice warm to hot weekend. 90 degrees today. Few clouds around this morning, and tonight clear 65. Now the change starts coming in tomorrow. First record high close to 90 degrees, and then some scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, the evening hours, continuing to be with us through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as low pressure in the Gulf works north. So I think a pretty good soaking for many areas here. I'm Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
66 degrees now at WCLU. Kind of a quiet day on the weather instruments. Not any wind. Bucket's empty on the rain gauge, 94% humidity. That's the way it starts off. At WCLU Weather, brought to you by your friends at South Central Bank. Today, we are patting on the back by a special request. A great couple. Today, it's Willis Reed and Gladys Berry Day. This is by special request. It's been on the books for quite a while because they are celebrating today their 80th wedding anniversary. What about that? Willis Reed and Gladys Berry celebrating their 80th anniversary today. If you happen to see Mr. and Ms. Berry anywhere around today, congratulate them on 80 years of wedded bliss, and let them know they're good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas. They would appreciate that, and we would too. Coming back for trivia. We are not clowning around. The circus is coming to town Saturday, May 19th for 2 big shows in Cave City at the Caveland Church on Happy Valley Road. The big show, the Kelly Miller Circus, celebrating their 80th anniversary, traveling 10,000 miles this year to over 150 cities. The tour will be in Cave City Saturday, May 19th. Shows will be at 2 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. Get your tickets today and save. Advance tickets are $10 adults, $7 children, and you can buy them at Barron County Metal and Trust, the Sahara Steakhouse, Cave City Chamber of Commerce, and Sunny's Settings in Horse Cave. Tickets day of the show at the door will be $13 adults and $8 children. Sponsored by the Cave City Chamber of Commerce, the Cave City Proud Committee, and funded in part by the Glasgow-Barron County Tourist and Convention Commission. This is a big deal. Saturday, May 19th, the circus comes to Cave City. Get your tickets. Glasgow Faith Church called up, wanted to wish Brother Ricky Reese a happy birthday today. Brother Ricky Reese is 55 today.
It was one of those moments. I was a proud dad standing behind my son as he just switched off on his first bicycle pedal, pulled out my cell phone, and what did I do? Dropped it. Yep, there it was. And I knew it was cracked the second I picked it up. I didn't worry, because I knew where to take it, and that's Gadget Patchers, located at 199 Rogers Wells Boulevard in Glasgow. Gadget Patchers is a cell phone and computer repair store where I take all of my gadgets when they're in need of repair, whether that's cell phone screen, the charging port, or maybe it won't even come on at all now. And I have no doubt that Seth and all his talented staff at Gadget Patchers have the answers waiting for you. They can replace the entire screen, pretty much service a cell phone in any way imaginable. Time for an upgrade anyway? They've got newly refurbished phones and at great prices. Call Seth Arterburn down at Gadget Patchers at 270-228-0000 or stop in and get your repair quote on your device or bring it in and have them take a look at it, and you can shop around for a fully refurbished computer or laptop right in the store, as well as tablets and other phone accessories that you're going to need once you get the repair complete. Be sure to mention WCLU and get 10% off all accessories. Don't miss another one of life's events because of your broken device. See Gadget Patchers today.
All right, let's see here. We are at 7 o'clock, and Long John Silver's A&W All-American Foods wants to thank all the moms who came out to eat yesterday. You know, they have that special, and it's going to be not just a Mother's Day thing, but every Sunday from 11 until 7. It's all-you-can-eat fish and chicken, and that is special indeed. And they've got some real meal deals during the week here.
Welcome to Long John Silver's, home of our new $5 Real Deal Box. Dive into our wild-caught 100% Alaskan whitefish, natural cut fries, hush puppies, dessert, and a drink.
Long John Silver's is putting burgers on notice with our hand-battered and fried to perfection Alaskan whitefish sandwich, fries, Cinnampuffs, and a drink for just $5.
It's our $5 Real Deal Box, because at Long John Silver's, you deserve more.
The $5 real meal deal is the real deal. Long John's, Glasgow, and Cave City. Okay, I got a question for you. If you got an answer, then you've got a Fish and More dinner coming from Long John's A&W. Hadn't done one of these in a while. It is a Name That Tune. I need to know the name of this song and the artist singing it. Are you ready for the clue? All right, pick up the phone, 651-9149, 800-956-1023. I need two answers, the artist and the title. Okay, everybody wants to give it a shot. Hello, Trivia.
Bye Bye Love by the Everly Brothers.
No, that's not right, but a good try. Trivia.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Say it one more time.
The Boxer, Simon and Garfunkel.
Okay, I believe that's absolutely correct. You were actually choked up there. Who is this speaking, by the way?
Chappie Rice.
Chappie, how you doing?
Pretty good.
I didn't recognize you.
Well, I'm usually not a morning person.
Yeah, you were up and running today, huh?
Yeah, but I've been recovering from surgery, so I've been getting up a little early.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe this will make you feel a little better, having been, that's the Boxer. If I remember correctly, the word "the Boxer" only mentioned one time in that song, so it's not like you could sing along with it.
I don't know really what the background of it was, but it was a really big hit, I remember.
Yes, it was indeed.
Somewhere mid-60s or something like that.
That's 68. Simon and Garfunkel. 1968, The Boxer, which, another caller said, something to do with Bye Bye Love, because I was just playing the Lie La Lie part of it. But see, you zeroed in on that, Chappie.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a card up here for you, and you can come by and go out to Long John's A&W. That be all right?
We'll do it.
Okay, thanks a lot. See you later.
Morning, Henry.
Bye-bye. That's Chappie Rice. Yes. This is... That is the song known to a lot of folks who love music from the 60s, who grew up with Simon and Garfunkel. the boxer. And we'll play trivia tomorrow.
I am just a poor boy, though my
Here on WCLU, and thanks to Long John's A&W for letting us have a whole lot of fun.
pocket full of mumbles, such are promises.
CBS News update. Israeli security forces brace to face Palestinian protesters as the U.S. prepares to move its embassy to East Jerusalem. Here's CBS News correspondent Seth Doan.
Hamas has called for its supporters to storm the border. The Israeli military says it is standing by and will try to stop Palestinian protesters from infiltrating.
I'm Stephen Portnoy at the White House, where despite the protests, officials argue the establishment of the Jerusalem embassy will lead to greater stability in the Middle East, and perhaps lead to a peace deal based on what one official calls reality, not fantasy. President Trump, who announced the embassy move in December, is sending his daughter Ivanka and son-in-law Jared Kushner to represent him, along with Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin.
But Palestinian scholar and activist Yara Harawi fears more violence in an already volatile region.
People are very angry, but also very frightened at what could happen.
CBS News Update. I'm Vicki Barker.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Unfruitville, W253DN Glasgow, services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
I'm Jared Persley. And I'm Daniel Bird. As recent history tells us, disasters can happen. It's impossible to prepare for everything, but it is possible to prepare for what happens next. And that's where we come in. At ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency, we can provide you with many options as an independent agency. And it's our job to make sure you know about all the what-ifs so that your policy has you prepared for what happens next. So just ask us. We'd be honored that you did. Just give us a call at 651-8837. We're ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency, growing with a proud community since 1902.
At Lessenberry Do It Center, the season to save starts now, and savings on things you need now. The special of the month is a 3-pound bag of Scott's Classic Sun and Shade Grass Seed at an amazing $6.99 per bag. That's enough to cover 1,200 square feet. Keep it healthy with Weed and Feed Lawn Fertilizer, a big bag of Grow Find Fertilizer and Weed Killer, a bargain at $9.99. In the garden, save on Miracle Grow Garden Soil, $3.97 for a cubic foot bag, but with a $2 mail-in rebate, your final cost is $1.97. With thousands of uses, stock up on earth-friendly expanding foam sealant, $2.97 for a big 12-ounce can. And then sit back and enjoy your hard work in a zero-gravity relaxer chair with a 3-position headrest. Comes in beautiful red or blue, just $29.99. You'll be smart to take advantage of these values and more at Lessenberry Do It Center, 1010 West Main in Glasgow.
It's spring sale time at Bailey Gibson, and Dad's got the prices you're looking for. New incentives are being offered on many GMCs and Buicks on the lot. We hope you're looking for a new car or truck, because we're looking for good trade-ins. Bring your used car or truck to Bailey Gibson, and we'll offer you a better deal than you can get anywhere around. Stop by and check out our spring savings event now underway at Bailey Gibson in Glasgow. Lola, what do you say?
We're having a springtime sale at Bailey Gibson. Give my dandy a call on his flip phone for a great deal.
A few more birthdays before we get into the 7 o'clock news here. Brother Ricky Prophet is celebrating today. So is Angie Bell. Eli Jolly. Chloe Chisholm celebrates, and so does Michael Bragg. 7:07. Looking for another warm day here, maybe another record-breaking day, but some rain coming in here toward the middle of the week that'll cool us down a wee bit. Let's go to the newsroom for our next check of local news and news director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Yesterday afternoon, just before 3 o'clock, the call went out to respond to a fire at the Glasgow landfill. Glasgow Fire Department, along with Haywood, South Barron, and East Barron volunteer fire departments, arrived at the scene to find heavy black smoke and flames. Captain Kylie Jackson said around 2 acres at the landfill was on fire. As of 5 p.m. yesterday afternoon, landfill employees were using dozers to maintain the fire's perimeter, and the fire was contained. Around 25 firefighters and other first responders were at the scene. No injuries were reported. Captain Jackson said that as of yesterday afternoon, the cause of the fire does not seem to be suspicious in nature. Glasgow Fire Department was assisted by Barron Metcalf EMS and Glasgow Police. The Glasgow City Council will meet tonight in regular session at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers in downtown Glasgow. Included on the agenda, the council will meet the city's newest police officer, K9 Zeke. American engineers will address the council about a sidewalk project. The council is expected to approve a GEDL loan for Alliant, as well as zoning changes on Lauderdale Drive and West Main Street. They're also expected to approve employment contracts for new Glasgow firefighters, as well as declaring certain fire department property as surplus. You can catch the live stream of tonight's council meeting online at WCLUradio.com, as well as WCLU Radio's Facebook page. The meeting is open to the public. In mid-April of this year, 44-year-old Matt Gumm of Glasgow was scheduled in Barron District Court for his first appearance on a charge of sexual abuse third degree. Gumm's attorney, Ken Garrett, appeared on his behalf. Gumm had been accused of inappropriately touching a 16-year-old girl back in March. The incident described by the girl happened 2 times and was attempted a third, was against her wishes. Gumm says was an accident. All of this came to light during a GAP, or Glasgow Athletics Program, meeting that happened this past week, where Gumm did step away from the group and as commissioner, board member, and coach until the charges were resolved. Some of those on the board felt they should have been made aware of the allegations much sooner after finding out that board chair John Walberg had known about them for over a month. WCLU News has not released the names of the victim or the victim's family. WCLU News did speak with Gumm's attorney, Ken Garrett. All right, so Ken Garrett